Good morning, Internet. Today I'm going to continue taking Parrot's Beak out of their ice cream container training pots. And in the last few videos I've been doing this, and I've been hand picking ones. I've been looking through the group and then seeing, oh, I like that one. And then I've been promoting that in the video. This time I just randomly grabbed 5 of them. And I'm going to try to do this in rapid fire succession. And so we take it out of the pot, which is usually more akin to just ripping the pot off of the root ball because the pot itself becomes paper thin. Although it certainly does work. Great healthy roots. And I want to go down to see the Nabari because we don't have Nabari. I'm going to stand over here so my hand isn't in the way. The Nabari is hiding. A lot of times the Nabari is right on top of the soil. And Nabari is just the way the roots move into the ground. Gives the tree some stability. And look at that. The Nabari was hiding and it's actually pretty nice. Not bad at all. So we have a choice of, well, 3 liters. We could use this tiny little piece and make it a little tiny baby, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take that off. And then we can make this a front, and this could be an interesting tree up into here. Like this, cut this off as a stub and let a first main branch grow. Or we could make this the front. This is actually a sucker. You notice it used to be at the ground. So I'm going to take that one off. And then it's just a matter of, and I think it needs to be planted more like this, so it's instead of like that, so it's upright more. Not upright, but angled more. This could be the first main branch, even though it's not coming right out of the end of the curve. You can bend it down and fake the eyeball out into thinking that it is. And I don't like this stump right here, so I'm going to take it off. And as far as styling, if you can call this styling, that's it for number 1. Okay, number 2. Here we go. Well, you know what? These guys blend in so much with the color of my wall. I'm going to go get my black background. Hopefully that shows up a little better. This pot has pretty much done what they've all done. Got some interesting circling roots that will need to be removed. And check out the root structure. This is a pretty nice tree. You know, it has a big trunk chop right there. It would be really nice to get some growth out of there. And there is a tiny, tiny little bud. So I'm going to cut this away. Like this. Cut this one. Cut this one. Cut that guy there. And then cut this guy to about like that. We got another bud here that will bring it that way, so it's going to come up and up and up and then back again, which I like that kind of motion. Alright, there's number 2. Number 3. I just have to laugh at how those ice cream containers just tear off. This one probably has a different front. You know, the front, quote unquote, when it was an ice cream container was either here or here. But I really like the way it moves this way, or even this way. And we do have the first trunk chop right there, which has a scar, so this might make a very interesting front right here. So I'm going to take this guy off here. This is all dead, but there's a little tiny piece coming. That guy right there can come out and Are we seeing a trend? And there, and then take him to about right there to have another boop, boop, boop. And if you get into bonsai, I mean, I don't know what you're doing here. If you're watching because you're just curious, or if you have a collection already and you just want to see how I do things. But if you're not really into bonsai and you're curious about getting started, you will find your own style. You notice that I'm styling these very similarly because that's just the way I like my trees to look. You will find your own style. So here's another one. Huge scar in the back there. Kind of funky Nabari, but not horrible. I would probably give this guy a B- as far as a tree. Huge, long, straight trunk. And this is called stovepipe, when you have a branch that's just as thick here as it is up top. You know, not even perceptible. And of course, we don't want that. We want taper. We want the trunk to get thicker and thinner and thinner and thinner as it goes up. And then chop that guy. This is probably going to be a shorter tree when it's finished. But that has the motion that I like. So there's number 4. And last but not least, and obviously not last, since I have about probably 20 more of these, is this guy here. Take off the pot, if you can call taking it off, ripping it apart. And here's another one. This has really nice, gentle motion. This guy's too low. And we have a lot of dead. But that's not that big of a deal. Some trees tend to die back like that, especially in the winter. We never got near freezing, but we had some cold temperatures that got down in the 40s and a tremendous amount of wind. So that really did a number on some of my trees. Basically defoliated them. Decent Nabari, nice movement this way. And then are we going to take it to here as the leader or here as the leader? Then we could come up like this up to here, or we could come up like this up to here. And I'm not sure. Either way, they both need to be cut back. And this is definitely not going to be the leader. This little tiny guy right here. If I can get to it, there we go. And this branch in the back is probably... So see, now I really don't know which way I want to go with this. So I'm just going to leave it and let it develop. And then the tree will tell me. I'll say, oh, you know, I really want to go with this. Or maybe this will fill in and it will inspire me to make it the leader. So that's it for stage 1. I'm now going to root prune them, remove most of the soil, and rejuvenate them. Some I may put into bonsai pots. The rest are going to go back into, believe it or not, brand new ice cream trays. I took 4 of them and put them back into ice cream containers, and I did one into, the smallest one, into a bonsai pot. And they got pretty major root prunings. Some of them got their angle changed and rejuvenated with fresh soil. And as you can see, I put it right up to the top and a little bit of fertilizer. So that's number 1. Here's number 2. Pretty much the same thing. Number 3. Oops, that's the front because we have the scar right there. Number 3. And number 4, the little guy, got put into a bonsai pot. And last but not least, number 5, which I'm still not sure about the leader. I'm really leaning towards this little guy because usually the rule is, because if we bend this like this and they're both parallel, this difference once this tree is mature is not going to be even perceptible. But this one is thinner and this one is thicker, and over time, once this tree is 20 years old, this may be too thick. So if you are choosing branches that, as far as the design is concerned, it's not that big of a deal, I typically choose the smallest one. For now, I'll leave it. So that's it. 5 more Parrot's Beak, rejuvenated, and now they should pop like crazy. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to watch the progress of these trees, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell, and so you can read the title of the new video that I'm putting out. You know, probably a couple of months before I do upgrades on these guys. And then leave a comment if you'd like. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.